Okay, today I'm talking about the 7 WordPress plugins that I install with every new WordPress installation, and 4 extras that that I also install for things like comment anti-spam and just a few little nice extras that some clients need. So I'm going to start with number 1. It's WordPress Edit, or WP Edit it's called. So if we go to the plugins page and go add new, and I'll just type in WP Edit. The reason why I'm adding this plugin is because the default WordPress editor for when you're writing posts or pages doesn't come with that much control, so you can only really bold text, make it italic, but there's a lot of things you can't do, like choose a header style or a paragraph style, or change the font size. So this is more for the clients to make it easier for them when they're editing posts or creating new posts or doing anything really. I'm going to click install. And activate. And as I go through each plugin, I'm just going to also go through how to edit the settings for each one. So what we've got here is the button rows. This top row here is the default the default options you can use with WordPress. So what we want to do is we want to add all these extra ones. We want to add a paragraph. So you can style your text differently. I want to add the underline text button. I want to add this A button, which enables you to change the color of the text. This is a really important one, remove formatting, because sometimes when you copy and paste text into WordPress, it adds automatic formatting, or if you want to go back to the original default paragraph style, you can also click this button here. Character map, it can be, if you want to add a copyright symbol or a trademark symbol, can be useful. If you want to indent text from the left or right, you can add these. What's nice about this is you can move these buttons where you'd like them. Okay, we also want to add the font family. Actually, we don't want to add this, because adding this is dangerous in terms of loading time of websites. If a client decides they want to use some random web font, it's going to actually slow down the website further, and it also might not fit with the design of the website. So we're only going to add the font size and the formats, which enables you to select text and make it a heading, whether it's heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6, or heading 7. The background color of text is nice to add. Tables, some clients might need to add a table to a post or a page. Superscript for prices or disclaimers. And that should be fine. Non-breaking space, that's a good one. If you want to add like 3 spaces between two words or any elements. With normal HTML, you actually can't do it. So this allows you to create more than just one space between letters or words. So I'm just going to save that and move on to the next plugin, which is WordPress SEO by Yoast. So go to plugins, add new, and even if your particular client isn't paying for SEO services, it's nice to add this plugin for a few different reasons. One, it's got a really nice sitemap generator, automatic sitemap generator, which updates regularly, and it sends these sitemaps to Google, Yahoo, and Bing, which is really nice. Going to save you a lot of time. Another really cool feature of this particular plugin is the ability to specify a particular image for each page or post that will automatically be used when sharing on things like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Google+. Whereas automatically with WordPress, you don't really have that much control over what image it uses for your sharing. So if you're posting to Facebook, you can actually, with this plugin, you can set the exact image you'd like it to use every time someone shares your page or post, which is really, really nice. It's really useful. But the main reason to have WordPress SEO by Yoast is for SEO. It's going to help you or optimize your pages to hopefully enable more people to come to your website and particular posts and pages. I'll allow tracking. I'm just going to go to the settings. This is a new feature. This data is shown as metadata in your site. It is intended to appear in Google's knowledge graph. You can be either a company or a person. Webmaster Tools, we'll come to this for another tutorial, but for now we don't really need to worry about this. Okay, and let's go to XML sitemaps. I just want to set this up quickly. And here is the sitemap. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, we'll go through this at a later stage, but okay. I'm not sure why it's not creating the sitemap, but once we move the WordPress installation onto the main domain, which is 3peaks.co.za instead of /wp new, I think it's going to create a proper sitemap, so we'll worry about that later. And here we go to the social. And just going to add all our social profiles for this particular client. So I've already added them at the bottom. Actually, no, I've added them somewhere else. Here they are. So I'll just copy and paste these. And here you can choose a default image for your website that Facebook picks up. If someone shares your link to your site, 3peaks.co.za on Facebook, then this image here is the image that Facebook's going to pull. And there are a few different things you can add here. So for a start, you can change the title and meta descriptions here for the website, but for now we're just going to leave all this stuff and go to the next plugin, which is iThemes Security. iThemes Security is another free plugin, and it's just going to help with keeping your site secure. WordPress is just such a popular platform now that it's also attracting a lot of attention from hackers and malicious content. So this is an absolute must in installing any WordPress theme. And for now, we're just going to install it. And we'll go through what to do with it in another tutorial. Okay. So let's go to add a new plugin. The next plugin we're going to add is Contact Form 7. Actually, with this particular theme, it came included in the bundle, so we don't have to add that. And all the contact form does is add this form to any page that you need it to. And I haven't installed it yet, but it's where you input all your email, your name, and your message. So another thing, the next plugin we want to add is really simple CAPTCHA, and it's a kind of an add-on for the Contact Form 7, which adds another layer of security for those forms so that not any old bot can inject code into that form. And then what's going to add is a little picture with some letters on it, and when you're filling out a form, you have to add those letters from that picture in order to be able to submit the form. I'll activate. Okay, now I'll quickly go and show you how this works. There's contact form. So there's one contact form already being created by default. And I'm also going to go to the contact page and edit that. So wherever you want this contact form to appear, you just add this, you copy this code and paste it wherever you need it. So for me, it's going to be here. So I'm going to go view the page, and now that contact form should be somewhere here. There it is, your name, your email, subject, message. But as you can see, the CAPTCHA is not here yet. The CAPTCHA should appear here in the bottom. So I'm going to add that, add some space here, and generate tag, generate a CAPTCHA. I want it to be medium sized, and I want it to be required as well. Well, actually, I think by default it's required. So copy and paste these two fields here to the left. And in terms of the styling, I'm just going to add the same styling that we see above with the other input fields. Okay, and then I'm going to save this. And refresh the page with the contact form on it. And there is our CAPTCHA. So I won't be able to submit my message unless I type in the picture I see here. So in this case, PLPM. And that's it for that plugin. If I wanted to add a mobile form field or a cell or a phone, as you can see here, it's only got name, email, subject, message, and CAPTCHA. So maybe I want to add another input field just below email, and it will be the telephone number. And I'll just change the writing here, your cell, or let's make it your tel, or your phone, shall we say, phone number. And I also want this to be a required form field, so I'll just give a clue there as required, and then I'll add a generated tag. I want to generate a telephone number. Yes, it's a required field, so I'll tick that box. And the name is, let's change the name to telephone. And then I'm going to copy this and paste it in this section here. Replace it with what I had copied and pasted previously. Okay, and the other thing I have to do is to make sure that this telephone number also goes into the automatically generated email that's sent to the client. You have to grab this text here and paste it into the message body, and I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to create a new field and say telephone colon and then the shortcode there. And I'd also like to add the email again here, although it's going to appear in the from section. Actually, I want it to also appear here, and the name, just to make it easier for clients to keep track of their new queries to their website. Perfect. So I want to make the default mail that all these queries go to the default email for the business, which in this case is info@3peaks.co.za. And I'll just save this. Then I'm going to refresh the page with the form. Just keep in mind I can put this contact form anywhere on the website. I could have it here on the side if I wanted. I could have it I could even have it in the footer or on a sidebar, which comes in very handy. You could create a separate form that's for orders. It's quite a powerful tool. So as you can see here, it's added the phone number field. So I won't be able to submit this form if I don't provide these 3 columns here. And then I will go to the next plugin that I always add to new websites. And this plugin is called Disable Comments. The reason why I add this is because for a lot of clients, they don't need a website that, let's just say you're blogging with your website, and you maybe you're a small client, you're probably not going to, let's say you're not blogging, or you're not managing your comments, you just don't have the time. What I like to do is I like to install this plugin, Disable Comments. And what this is going to do is protect the website owner from comment spam. Previously, we would have just installed Akismet, which is a spam. It's a plugin to prevent comment spam, but it's no longer free. And there is an alternative, but if the job is a low spec and low budget job, then we simply disable comments firstly to protect the website owner from comment spam, and to also limit the functionality of their website, as they probably won't need to use it. So we activate the plugin. And if I go to the blog at the moment, I'll go to a blog post. As you can see here, here's one comment, and I can also leave another comment here. Now if I activate disable comments, which I have, and then go to the settings and click everywhere, that is going to disable all comment related controls in settings in WordPress, which is great. It means there will be no more comments and no more comment spam. So I've just updated that. If I refresh this page, there should no longer be any comments. As you can see here, there are no longer any comments. For this particular job, we actually do want the ability for users, website users, to make comments. So I'm actually going to go back to this plugin and deactivate it, and then I'm going to delete the plugin. Okay, the next 4 plugins I'm going to, now let me just quickly refresh this blog post just to double check if the comments are back, and yes, they're back. Okay, the next 4 plugins that I'm going to install are optional, but they can help, especially for larger clients, especially for clients that are very active bloggers in particular. So I'm going to start with adding the WP user avatar, and this is really great. What this is going to do is give me the ability to create little bios and thumbnails of the blog of the author of a particular blog post, because with WordPress, with a WordPress website, you can have different bloggers blogging through the same website, and obviously they'd all need different usernames and logins, which you can create very easily here in users. And this plugin is nice because it allows you to put a thumbnail for that particular user, so you can see the author's face. So let's say me, Daniel, I create a blog post on my website, or the 3 Peaks website, for example. I can have a little bio that says what I do, my interests, or just a little bio of my profile, plus an image. So in this particular website, I think it's really important because there are going to be multiple bloggers.